Well, good morning, UCH Outdoors. It's pretty early in the morning. Welcome back to another video. Pardon my morning voice. But today is Orange Friday, as we call it here in Wisconsin, and we're getting ready to go on out, get on up north. It's gun season tomorrow. It's opening day. And yeah, we're going to go on up there. We got Cullen, who's going to be hunting not too far away from me, and Ryan, who hunts to the north of me. So we're all going to be actually in the same county, which is pretty cool. So we kind of text each other a lot. But this video, you're going to see a little bit of different points of view. You're going to see my point of view, Ryan's point of view, Cullen's point of view. Kind of hoping Cullen gets a deer this year. That'd be his first deer. And I think that'd be really cool. So yeah, it's like 6:30. We're going to head on out. We're going to go to the local fleet farm here. They got a deal today. It's like a Black Friday, but for hunters. They call it Orange Friday. So we're going to head on over there, see if there's anything we might need. And after that, we're going to head on up north, get everything situated, get ready to go out, and wait for all the guys to get up here. So hopefully open season's a good one. I got a couple bucks looking around. I already shot a buck come this bow season. Put a picture here. And Ryan actually shot a buck too, so we'll put that picture up as well. So I'm not looking for anything crazy. Probably hold off on anything a little smaller for gun season this year. Probably look for anything bigger than what I shot bow season. But we'll see what walks out. Gun season, anything can happen. So let's get on out there. Let's start moving. Yeah, it's a little early in the morning, so let's go. Hey guys, I just got out of Fleet Farm. Sun's peeking outside. I throw my sunglasses on, but they gave me a free hat, which is pretty cool. It's got the little American flag on the side with like the little writing on the other side. It's actually pretty cool. I like it. They had some pretty good deals and some hunting stuff in there. So if any of you hunters are looking for somewhere to go day before gun season, that's where you go. Now, ammo, they didn't have any ammo. There was actually a guy in there that I talked to. He's like, I'm trying to buy ammo. I got to go hunting this weekend. And I'm like, you're waiting until the last day to buy ammo? Sight your gun in the summer. Get the ammo prior. Come on, guys. Pretty simple. Anyways, yeah, especially right now with all the things going on, there's no ammo or guns available anywhere. The people in Fleet Farm were just standing there and they're looking around, and people are asking them about guns, and they're like, we don't got any. So keep aware, be aware, prepare. Pretty easy. I mean, just think about things. Anyways, we're gonna get headed on up north here. I didn't buy anything special in Fleet Farm, in case you're wondering, but there is a lot of good deals. Everything I pretty much had already, so we're good to go on that part. But we're gonna head on up. We'll check in with Cullen and Ryan when we get up there. We'll see how things are going, and we'll get our stand set up. Opening day is tomorrow, so we're gonna wait for the rest of my hunting party to get up there. Everybody should be up there by 12 o'clock, but we'll have everything done and have the rest of the day just hang out and have fun. So as it is in tradition, we hang out and have fun, so that's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna head on up there. Take me a couple hours, but we'll tune into you when we get up there, and we'll see you.
Alright guys, it's Ryan. We're out here right now. It's about 8 o'clock. My uncle just got back from getting his deer for the crossbow, actually the Friday night before gun deer. So here we are right now. Here's that doe my uncle got. We got a good start to gun deer so far. Got that with the crossbow. Hopefully we can keep the streak going for the rest of the gun season tomorrow and as it goes on throughout the week.
Season now. Just got into the stand. We have about 15 to 20 minutes ish before open shooting is, and we're allowed to start shooting. Can't really see anything right now, but it's supposed to be a beautiful day today. Looking at about 40 for a high, no winds, and it's supposed to be pretty nice. It dropped to drop down into the 20s. So it's really cold out right now. I'm hoping that cold weather kind of pushes some of these deer around. And my grandpa said that he noticed that a lot of the deer aren't really eating. We have a food plot. They're not really munching on the food plot. They're actually just kind of been running around. He's seen a couple small bucks pushing does. So we might have a real late rut this year, but the rut's been on and off here. So I'm going to get everything set up here, get ready to go. My one camera isn't really working for low light, so I'm going to have to wait to set that up until the sun comes up. So if I end up getting something or something comes in before the sun's up, just bear with me. I'm going to try and get as much on camera as I can. So with that being said, let's quick check in with Ryan and Cullen and see how they're doing and what they're experiencing right now. And I'll get set up here. So.
All right, it's about 7 o'clock right now. Just about a half hour after opening shooting started. Had one doe and two smaller doe, probably fawns, come in right after a huge shot went off, probably 100, 200 yards away from me. Thinking they spooked over here, ran over here, went right underneath my stand and kept boogieing on. I got a bow buck earlier this year, so I'm not going to be taking any does here. Still looking for a buck though, so keep you updated. Good sign to start off seeing some deer. Alright, it's been about a half hour since the last time I was talking. It's about 7:30, 7:45 right now. Just had about a half dozen or so doe come in behind me. Just watching them kind of trot along. I heard some more noises behind the doe, and I looked back again and saw the buck chasing some does again. So readied up the rifle, try to kind of get a quick scope in to see how big he was. And right as I started doing that, some guy on me, probably about 100, 200 yards out, sounded like the same guy from earlier, took another shot. Gave him about 1 second and they all boogied off and spooked away, so wasn't able to really get a good look on the buck. Wasn't able to get a shot on him either. Shit. There's another one. Gotta go. Alright, well, another update. It's about 8:30, 9 o'clock. It's been about an hour since the last time I saw anything. Just watched another 4 does. I think it's the same from earlier the past 2 times. Walk right underneath my stand again. Just chilling along. No clue I was there. Making direct eye contact with me. I'm just trying not to move. Try not to spook them out of the area and get anything else around here. Not wanting to come near me, so I don't want to spook anything and make them go all over the place. So I just let them hang around, dozy around, do what they want to do. So eventually they just kind of meandered off until I couldn't see them anymore. They're here for about 5 minutes, give or take. It's pretty cool. Got some video of it. Also just got word that my uncle finally got his buck. Just found it. It's a 9-pointer. We'll update later on the size and maybe some pictures or possibly videos of that as well. So we'll keep in touch. Good luck on redot this.
Alright, so it's about almost 9 o'clock. And I've only seen those 2 deer this morning behind me. Watched a couple turkeys walk through the trees. Pretty thick though over there. So far nothing. Barely any gunshots. That's surprising. The gunshots pretty much have died off by 7:30. ones that you could hear, but those are pretty far out. Yeah, so the sun's just coming up here. Hoping to maybe see a deer or two within the next hour. Some of my trail camera pictures indicated that bucks will come through here in the past couple weeks at about 8:30 to 10 o'clock, sometimes 11 up on the ridge there. So I'm hoping one might sneak down here. A couple of the bigger bucks it started to come around probably 9:30 to 10 o'clock is their main travel time. So without having much pressure this year and not too much shooting, I think might have a good chance of possibly seeing one as long as it stays on its path. But so far, a couple squirrels, those 2 doe in the morning, and that's pretty much it. So Ryan's hunting some public land. He's seen a lot of deer so far. Cullen, he's hunting private land and hasn't told me what he's seen yet, but so I'm gonna keep an eye out here, keep watching, and see what we can't get on camera for you.
All right, guys, it's about noon right now, give or take. Haven't seen anything for about the past 3 hours. It's getting a little slow down here in the middle of the day, so I think it's time to take a lunch break. Got my hot dog. Put the hot dogs in a thermos with hot water. Keeps them hot. They're nice and good to go now. Now I got a nice hot meal. Go ahead and leave a comment down below on what you guys like to bring out for lunch when you sit for an all-day hunt. All right, guys. Looks like we're coming up on the end of open shooting hours, so didn't get anything today. I'm gonna try again tomorrow morning, see if we can change that. Had some promising sign earlier with all the deer movement. Kind of shut off around 10 a.m. though, and haven't seen anything for quite a few hours now. Yeah, we'll try her again in the morning and see if we can't do anything better. Stick around.
Alright guys, so what you last saw was me talking about how I just saw a couple deer. Well, I hadn't seen anything after that for quite a while. And then I got a text as I was packing up. I was actually packing up because I only had about 10 to 15 minutes left of shooting light. I normally like to be packed up by then so I'm not meandering around in the dark too long. And then I walked back in. So I get a text saying, hey, big buck coming your way. So I sit there and I wait. Well, huge buck that I've been watching on the trail camera for quite a while starts walking in, walking straight down my shooting lane, straight towards me. I have no good shot, so I wait. I still got about 5 minutes left of shooting light. And he turns and he stops broadside, but kind of covered in trees, so I can't take a shot at him. So I'm like, okay, well, you know, I just put my camera away and I can't really screw around with it too much because he's standing like maybe 100 yards away and he's kind of looking my direction, but not really. And I'm like, well, maybe I could try and get my camera out. Fortunately, I was not able to get my camera out. He turns, kind of walks in the tree line a little bit, and I'm already on my scope ready to go as soon as he would have trying to get him, waiting for him to come back out broadside on my shooting lane. I can get a shot at him. Well, what happened was he must have been followed in by another buck. And unfortunately, what happened was I was zoomed in all the way on my power. I never look at antlers when I'm going to shoot a buck because that is one way to gravitate and either miss or hit poorly on your deer. So I always just focus on my target, and I always focus on the target, never look at the antlers. Well, I'm watching this deer and this big 8-point. I'll put a picture up of it so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Is walking in, walks along the tree line, and then as I'm watching, kind of turns a little bit like it's walking back out, and immediately here comes this brown body sticking out perfectly broadside right down the trail. So I slowly take a nice deep breath, squeeze the trigger, boom. I see a big flash of white, obviously, and deer go taking off, right? And I'm like, I got him. I hit him. Perfect, right? Well, I'm not finding much blood. I'm not finding much blood. Well, I shoot a 270, so it's a hot load, so it goes flying through these deer. I mean, they're pinholes. I mean, they do good damage on the inside, but when they come out, they don't make big exit wounds. So I'm looking around. I can't find much blood. Find a little bit of blood. We end up following the trail and find the deer, maybe 30 yards away from where I shot it. And I'll give you a look at it here, all right? So this is what I shot. Obviously not the 8-point. It's a nice 6-pointer. I'm happy with it. Nice little buck. But here's the deal. It was not the 8-pointer that I was aiming for. So what happened was, as I was waiting for that 8-pointer to come out, I wasn't looking at its antlers. This one stepped out at the right angle to make it look like it was that 8-pointer. Stepped out in front, and I squeezed off a nice shot. I hit him perfectly right through the lungs. I hit his heart. His heart was gone, both his lungs. It was a great shot. Well, anyways, ended up not being that deer. So moral of the story is, I'm very happy with it. I'm glad I got a deer. I just wish it was the 8-point. I'm kind of disappointed. It took me a little bit. Once I walked up, I'm like, this isn't the deer that I was looking at. And I was glassing him through my binoculars, and I didn't get it on camera, unfortunately, because I was packing up and getting ready to leave. As I always do that. I always pack up and get ready to leave about 20 to 15 minutes prior, just in case anything like this happens, where deer come in right at the end of shooting and I still have a couple minutes legally left in legal light to shoot. So this deer came in, had a nice shot at him, and I'm happy with him. It's a nice buck, 6-pointer, real tall tines on the here. It's only a foot, 12 inches wide. I would not have shot him if I saw him, but unfortunately, I was just, I dial in and I choose my target when I saw him come back around thinking he was the 8-point. Now, my uncle today shot a nice buck, so we'll show you him. He's a really, actually, shot an 11-pointer. Real nice, really big, wide. Broke off over here. This broke off from fighting. Real thick neck. Big old antlers on him. Real wide spread, probably, 17, 18 inches on that spread, but really nice buck. You can see a real big body on him. And then my guy's over here. Still a real nice buck, real tall, kind of tall in the back here. I can't even reach my hands, about the length of my hand. So, yeah, so it's a real nice buck, but not the one I was after, unfortunately. So that is how things go sometimes, and it's hunting. And, I was a little discouraged at first, but I'm better now. So that's my deer for this year. Unfortunately, I couldn't get it on camera, and I apologize about that. But Ryan and Cullen are doing some hunting still, so hopefully they get a deer and they can get some on camera for you. I do have some footage I can show you that, and it's the other deer we got for opening day. So with that being said, let's go check on up with them and see what they're up to and see what they've been seeing lately.
Well, hi guys. So it did not go too hot for anyone at the camp this year, at least this section of it. Devin and I, we both got skunked. We saw the same spiky. It's like a little 4-point spiky buck that. Yeah, he was a little dinker. He kept hopping around, and I saw 2 more about the same size buck, and didn't.
Saw doe as well.
Oh yeah. See, so slim for us. Hopefully.
He just didn't shoot.
Yeah. One of the other guys up here, his grandfather, he saw good ones, but he is still holding out, so that was a little crappy. I was hoping one of us could get in that stand, but yeah. So next weekend we're gonna try to come up here, and hopefully we don't get skunked. Hopefully Ryan gets one. He might be getting one right now. And then DJ got his, but his was a weird dramatic scene event from a movie. So, but okay. Bye.
Alrighty, so you can see I'm back in the cabin here. You know, this week was rough, really rough. Shot my deer opening weekend, tagged out, and so I was going out just to look at deer, watch deer, maybe see a coyote. I can send around at that. Since Sunday, we haven't seen a single deer on our property, and I don't know what happened, but we just haven't. We haven't seen any deer. So it's been kind of slow. It's been kind of painstaking to go sit out there and not see anything, which it's hunting, so you can't say I'm guaranteed to see deer. Um, but this hunting season was a good hunting season. You know, I got a nice buck bow season. I know Ryan got a nice buck bow season, and his uncle got a nice buck gun season, as well as I got a buck gun season, and so did my uncle. So it was a good year for deer. You know, I think the earlier part of gun season was way better than the latter part. Obviously, we're in the latter part right now, and we still haven't seen really much on our property at all. So we're pretty much wrapping it up, knowing that we're probably not going to see any more deer, and I think it's just too late in the year now. We're almost into December, so they're already going nocturnal. They're herding up. You're not really seeing them as much. The rut's over with. So I definitely think that plays a big role in what's going on. You stuck around to the end of this video. So what you're going to do right now is you're going to hit that thumbs up for me, and you're going to hit the subscribe button. That's going to help us out. That's going to let me know that you guys like this and that you want to see more of this. We got some videos planned. Ice fishing's coming up. Those are going to be coming out. Our other member, Zach, he's a big ice fisherman, so he doesn't hunt much, but he's an ice fisherman. So he'll be around. So you got the four of us. So you get to come hang out with us. And yeah, so with that being said, have a good one. Enjoy the rest of the year. Wait for those ice fishing videos, and we'll see you next time.